aid. Kids want it. And the reason why? They haven't learned to cook. Mom and dads have been working their tails off and haven't been able to let them cook. Here's your sign, folks. Here's a golden opportunity to reinstill what we learned growing up. Oh, by the way, my mom was a master cook, and my grandmother was the head cook for the French Marquis at the age of 14. So I know how to get out of bed and put bread in the oven at 4 o'clock. But education, a food chain of how we're instilled. Education. My daughter's a junior in college. Guess what some of her classmates got? All these loans to go into geology. I told you my dad was a geologist. My sister's a geologist. You tell me where the jobs are for geology. So we're misdirecting kids. Those jobs aren't coming back, folks. Most of this geology is done from satellites and from seismograph aspects for somebody who sits in an office. Not the way my dad did it anymore. There's the food chain. When you give education, if they'll get an education. My kid, who's a junior in high school, his group of peers doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel with education. That's sad. But when you control it in the student loan program, how mischievous and how perfect of a solution. And your health is all dictated by it.
Thanks to Bob's ballpark.
Yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of physicians and some dentists are now opting out. In other words, they're going to what's called a boutique practice, where you take a retainer and agree to do whatever services are required for a period of time. Are you in favor of that, or have dentists that you associate with started doing that? In other words, it's the customer and the doctor with no middleman, no insurance, no subsidies, no anything else. It's you and the patient and a price.
Let me tell you who I am. I don't sit on any panels for a reason. Not even Delta Dental of Arizona, because I wanted insurance reform. It hurts. Here's the facts about dentistry. Of every dollar spent in dentistry, 50 cents out of that dollar comes from the patient pocket. When you're in a recession the way we are, who's got the money? Here's who else I am. I'm a common guy. I go to breakfast with the common guys. If you're hauling rocks, I'll trade you rocks. Oh, yes I do. I'm very good with a backhoe. So if that load of rocks is $300, I'll give you $300 in my services. What's the difference? So liquidation is functionally, it's killing us. In Flagstaff, Arizona, we are down to, I think, 7 primary care docs. And Flagstaff Medical Center is buying them up. And the reason being is they're going bankrupt. Let me explain. You can't even bill Medicare for 120 days. How many of you are small business people? Tell me what a bill is after 120 days. Uncollectible. That's our government's working against us. Okay? Okay, let's take it another step further. If you have a Medicare patient and they want to pay you on the side, you're caught as a doc. Well, you lose your privileges. They got you coming and going. And by the way, my sister is a family doc. In Podunk, Wyoming, population 4,000. And guess what? They have 15 family docs. Almost twice what they got in Flagstaff's population, 70,000. What the heck's going on here? I'll tell you what it is. They've taken control of the monies coming into that county. They have a county health board. They pay their docs, they pay their nurses, and they look at their oversight. Funny thing happened on the way to the store. It came back to the community that took control. And by the way, they have people from Dallas, from California, from New York coming there just to get a diagnosis. We got people wandering.